Welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. I am so happy to have you here. My name is Becky. I'm a wife and mom to 3 little ones, ages 6, 4, and 2, and we are expecting our 4th in April. Here on my channel, I like to share all things cleaning, decluttering, organizing, and some home makeovers. If you like those types of videos, I hope you will subscribe to my channel, and let's do this. Today we are focusing on the homeschool room. First we will be cleaning up in here, then taking a little break and doing a DIY project that I wanted to get done. Once that is done, we will be switching gears back to the homeschool room, doing a little makeover in here. I say little because we won't be doing anything too extreme like painting the walls or adding backsplash to this little butler's pantry area where I have all of our homeschooling materials, which we do plan on doing eventually, but being almost 33 weeks pregnant, now is not the time to do that, so we will be adding some minor touches just to make this room feel more homeschooly, if that makes any sense. I feel like it's lacking color and creativity. It doesn't feel very cozy and inviting. The kids get a lot of use out of this area, but I just felt like it needed something more to make it really feel like that school environment. So the first thing I'm doing is just straightening up in here. There were a lot of assignments out, and we just got done a little while ago doing a window painting craft, so all of that still needed to be picked up. You'll see in a little while I completely underestimated how much this window paint would stain this table, and it definitely took me a little longer than I expected it would to get off. Most of it came off with some scrubbing and scraping and more scrubbing, but next time we do this I will be a little bit more prepared for what to expect and lay something over the table to protect it. I just assumed it was kids' art supplies and it would be an easy cleanup. That was not the case, but now I know for next time. So you saw the first thing I did was spray the table down with a multi-purpose cleaner so I could see what damage still needed to be cleaned up. I then pulled out my Scrub Daddy Power Paste, and I really thought that would take everything else off. It did not even touch what was on this table, so I had to pull out a scraper. I do have a plastic scraper somewhere that's orange and blue, but unfortunately I couldn't find it right now when I needed it. It must have been moved or lost in the move. So I'm using my husband's scraper tool, which fortunately it did not scratch this table. It just took off what it needed to. Once I was done with that, I had to wipe it back down with the multi-purpose cleaner, then pull out the Scrub Daddy Power Paste again and scrub down any stains that were left over, and I still at this point have a couple of stains on there, but for the most part they are gone, besides the red ones you see right up front here. The homeschool room is clean, and before we start doing a little makeover in here, I wanted to share with you a super fun craft that I did. As you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I decided instead of going out and just buying my kids a box of Valentines that you can find at the store, filling a goodie bag with trinkets and candy, I decided I would make their Valentines, create a little game out of it, and save a little bit of money in the process. And while I'm at it, also make their teachers a little gift as well, only because we were so busy around Christmas time, and usually I like to give my kids' teachers a little something for Christmas. This year I feel like I kind of dropped the ball and didn't end up doing that just because we were moving and hosting Christmas. I had just had surgery, I'm pregnant, there was just a lot going on, and I forgot to give my kids' teachers Christmas gifts. So I decided while I was doing the kids' Valentine's Day cards, I would also throw in a little something for the kids' teachers. I just showed you the two projects we would be doing, and now I'm going to show you how I got them done. I also just showed you all of the material that I used, and I already knew exactly what I had in mind, so I went on CRICUT Design Space, typed in tic-tac-toe Valentine's Day, and these little tic-tac-toe games came up. They were absolutely perfect and exactly what I was looking for, so I printed them out, and now I'm going to use my CRICUT Maker to cut them out into about 4x6 cards, so they fit in the 5x7 mailers that I got to put these in, and I'm going to put kisses in there as well, so the kids can play tic-tac-toe on a Valentine's card with some kisses. How cute is that? I'm also using cardstock here, so the Valentine's Day cards are a little bit thicker and more durable. They turned out so good, exactly what I was hoping for. I will go ahead and pack those at the end once the other project is done. We're going to move on to creating the teachers' custom Valentine's Day gifts. The first thing I did was open Back Up Design Space, create a new project. I typed out the teachers' names, then searched through the fonts on CRICUT Design Space until I found one that I liked. Once I found a font I liked, I sized all of the names appropriately, stuck my vinyl onto my cutting mat, and cut the names out with my CRICUT Maker. If you do see the spelling mistake on my computer, I did catch it right before I hit cut, which I am so thankful for because this was my last sheet of light pink vinyl. I definitely could have used white or red or dark pink, but because the jars were a little bit darker, I really wanted to use this light pink, so I'm so happy that I was able to catch that mistake before cutting. Now that the names are cut out, it's time to weed these names. I love that with my Cricut, I am able to create custom pieces at a fraction of the cost compared to getting something custom or personalized on a website. I am able to do that right in the comfort of my home with my Cricut machines, so gone are the days of me paying marked up prices for custom items. Investing in a Cricut machine means you have a variety of projects right at your fingertips. I might be making something custom for my kids' teachers for Valentine's Day, but you can make anything from greeting cards and graduation invitations to holiday decor and handmade gifts. I have created so many different projects over the years, I feel like the possibilities are endless. If you're looking for the most cost-effective way to get started, Cricut machine bundles are the way to go. Cricut is affordable and is totally worth the investment in my opinion, and the software, Cricut Design Space, is free and so easy to learn. I will put a link in the description for everything I'm using to create these projects, plus a link to the projects themselves on my Cricut Design Space, so if you want to create something similar, you can absolutely check those out and do that. I just finished up weeding the names. Now I'm going to put them on transfer tape and transfer the names to these little jars. The last step in making this project come to life is just filling the jars. I got some pink tissue paper, some Starbucks cards, Reese's heart candy. I thought this was the perfect custom gift for my kids' teachers. Not to mention, I did the math on this one and the other one, which I will share with you as well, not including anything in the jar, because if you chose to create this project, you can fill it with whatever it is you would like. But the jar itself was $2.50 and personalizing it was free. So basically each gift was $2.50 plus whatever you would choose to put in it. If you are curious what I put in mine and what the complete total was, I put a $20 Starbucks gift card in each and 5 pieces of Reese's, which totaled about 43 cents. So each jar cost me a total of $22.93. Just for a quick comparison, I went online and typed in personalized jar so I could see the average cost of something similar to what I made, and the average cost was about $15. That means that by creating these personalized gifts for my kids' teachers myself, I saved about $50 compared to buying them online. Now you can see we are packing up the kids' Valentine's cards. We're gonna talk numbers on this one as well. The most expensive part of these were just the kisses inside. Each mailer itself was only 2 cents each. The kisses were 42 cents. I put 9 kisses in each because there are 9 spaces on tic-tac-toe. To create the card was free because I did it at home with my CRICUT. So the total cost for 30 of these cards filled with 9 kisses each was $13.20. I absolutely love how they turned out. The kids love them. I even printed out some extra ones so we could just play here at home because they were excited about it. But I want to say a huge thank you to CRICUT for sponsoring today's video and always helping to create these projects that I have in mind come to life on a budget. They are always so much fun to me and I love sharing the endless possibilities. CRICUT is one of my absolute favorite brands to work with and I hope you all love them as much as I do. So thank you again, CRICUT, for sponsoring today's video. After finishing up the Valentine's Day projects, we are now going to start this little homeschool room makeover. The first thing I'm doing is just pulling everything out that I know I'm going to need for the makeover. I did share these educational posters, I think in last week's video, with a link in the description. If you want to check them out a little bit further, I will link them below again. I personally liked these ones compared to others because they were inexpensive. I liked all that came in the pack. I will only be using a handful of them because the ones I choose to use are the ones that I think are going to be the most helpful in our homeschool room, but I also liked the color of these ones compared to the colors of the other ones that I was seeing on Amazon. So like I said, if you want to check them out, I will link them in the description below. Pretty much everything you're going to see here is from Amazon, so I will go ahead and link everything else as well, including this whiteboard. It was the perfect size, exactly what I was looking for. It was very light and thin, which I liked. I won't be personally hanging it, my husband will, so when I'm putting the kids to bed, he will be hanging that up for me. Then we will come back in here, I will hang the posters and make a couple of other changes in here that just make this room feel more like school and more comfortable and inviting. Right before I headed upstairs to get the kids ready for bed, I just wanted to take a couple of things out, get everything set up for when I came back down. I'm showing you the pillowcases I got to set on the kids' nugget couch. If you don't know what a nugget couch is, I will also link that in the description for you. It's a cool couch for the kids. They can either sit on it, they can build stuff with it and be creative. I decided to put ours in the homeschool room so they can read on it and just be comfortable, but also they really love making forts, so I thought it would be fun if they could make a fort with it and create a little reading nook with a flashlight in there if they wanted to. I am all about creative learning and creative play, so that is the goal here. Right now what I'm doing is making something to hang the kids' artwork on instead of a corkboard. I thought that tacks on a corkboard sounded a little bit unsafe with my little ones, so I decided to get some small command hooks, some jute twine, and really tiny clothespins and make kind of like an artwork clothesline, if you will, will. You will see how I use it at the end if it isn't self-explanatory already. But I thought this was the cutest idea to hang their artwork and their schoolwork that they do so that they have a place to show it off and be proud of themselves. This is the kids' nugget couch I was talking about a little bit ago. I had these throw pillows in the basement. I made sure I had them before buying these new pillow covers, but I didn't realize that there were not inserts in these pillows. There is just a whole bunch of fluff in there. My plan was to take the pillow inserts out and put them in these pillow covers, but instead I just had to improvise and shove the whole pillow into the pillow cover. So it ended up working out and it's fine. Not what I expected, but it's important to be flexible. Now I'm going to hang these educational posters on the wall. I wanted to group them into different groups that made sense in my brain. It might not make sense to you, but it made sense to me. So on one side, I'm putting the alphabet, numbers 1 through 100, money, and time. And then on the other side, I'm putting the months of the year, the days of the week, and the weather. Over on the other wall, right above the bookshelf where the globe is, I'm putting the world map and the map of the United States. I also got these sticker charts for rewards. I wasn't sure where to put them yet, so any suggestions are welcome. I kind of want them to be displayed somewhere so they can be proud of the stickers that they get. If they're just packed away somewhere and then they add a sticker, I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose. So any suggestions on where I should put these, let me know in the comments. To finish up in here, I'm going to hang some of their schoolwork and artwork that had recently been done. In the morning when they came down to check it out, they were so excited, and Noah even took out 4 books and sat down on the nugget all comfortable and read through all 4 of them, which is very unlike him. I am so happy. They love it in here. They even asked me if it was a school day, which it was not, but we did spend some time in here just because they were so excited about it. But I'm so happy I got to share this makeover with all of you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.